So, you're a healthcare professional trying to build a career in the Gulf. And you've probably figured out that having amazing qualifications and working incredibly hard, well, it doesn't always guarantee success. In this explainer, we're going to break down the key strategies from the book, The Gulf Healthcare Breakthrough, and really get into the unwritten rules you absolutely need to know to get ahead. This scene from the book probably hits close to home for a lot of you. It just perfectly captures that feeling, right? You're doing everything right, you've got the experience, the skills, the dedication, and you're just met with complete silence. It's that awful frustration of sending your hopes out into what feels like a total black hole. And Fatima's story? It is definitely not a one-off. The book points to a really shocking statistic. Get this. A staggering 78% of applications from international professionals are filtered out by automated systems before a human being ever lays eyes on them. So if you're feeling ignored, it's probably not personal. It's a systemic wall you have to figure out how to climb. Okay, so let's really dive into this paradox. Why is it that in a region that is desperate for top healthcare talent, so many incredibly qualified people just get stuck? Well, the book's big idea is that most of us are playing a game, but we've been given the wrong rule book. According to the book, most people whose careers have stalled fall into one of these four traps. You might be in the endless application loop, or maybe you're the invisible employee, doing fantastic work that nobody seems to notice. But here's the thing. These traps aren't about your skills. They're about misunderstanding the very unique system that's at play here. Now, this is where it gets really, really interesting. This is when the book pulls back the curtain on the hiring machine itself. Because sure, there's an official process, but how decisions are actually made behind the scenes, well, that is a completely different game. Think of your application going on a journey, an obstacle course, really. First, it gets about 8 seconds. Yeah, just 8, to impress an automated HR screener that's just hunting for keywords. If you pass that, you get to the department heads. These are the real deciders, and they just want someone who makes their life easier. And then there's the unseen hand of sponsors and influencers who can basically promote or kill your chances based on their own networks. You've got to clear all 3 gates. The source material also brings up something it calls the unspoken priority pyramid. This slide shows a kind of perceived hierarchy that can influence hiring. Now look, the goal here isn't to get angry about this system, but to understand it. Knowing how different groups are often perceived is absolutely vital for positioning yourself in the best possible way and showing the unique value that only you can bring. And you really can't talk about influence in the Gulf without understanding WASTA. A lot of people hear that word and they immediately think it's just nepotism, right? But the book reframes it. It's really the system of social capital. In a culture built on relationships, WASTA is the currency of trust. And learning how to build and use that social capital ethically and strategically is a huge part of your career. So what about when you're already in a job? How do you move up? Well, getting promoted has its own secret playbook. If you're feeling stuck and you're not getting ahead, it's probably because you're playing the promotion game you're used to, not the one that's actually being played around you. And this slide is huge because it shows the fundamental mindset shift you have to make. In many places, great performance gets you recognized, and that recognition gets you a promotion. Simple. But here, the order is completely flipped. First, you have to build relationships. Then you have to create visibility for yourself, and only then does your great performance get noticed in a way that actually leads to a promotion. So what's the big takeaway here? That whole idea of being the quiet professional, just keep your head down, do amazing work, and hope someone important notices, that is a flawed strategy here. The book makes it crystal clear. Your perception, which is driven by your relationships and your visibility, is often more important than your actual performance when it comes to getting that next promotion. You have to make your value seen. All right, so we've diagnosed the problem. We understand the system. Now for the good part. What can you actually do about it? Let's get into 2 really powerful, actionable strategies from the book that you can literally start using today. First up, your CV. You have to re-engineer it to beat that 8-second automated filter. That means putting your license and visa status right at the very top. Don't make them hunt for it. It means loading your resume with those specific keywords the systems are looking for, like JCI or Cerner. And most importantly, you have to use hard numbers to describe what you've achieved. Don't just say you made things better. Say you reduced errors by 42%. And the second strategy? Oh, this one is a total game changer. It's called the pre-interview project. Instead of just applying and waiting, you show your value before you even ask for an interview. Find a real problem that hospital is dealing with. create a short, 2-page proposal for how to fix it, and email it directly to the person in charge. This lets you bypass the entire HR pile and immediately positions you as a problem solver, not just another applicant. So at the end of the day, it all comes down to this one question. Are you playing by the official written rules, or are you playing by the unwritten rules that actually determine who wins? Success in this environment isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter. It's about understanding the real game and shifting your entire strategy to become the most discoverable, most relevant, and lowest risk choice they could possibly make.